Hello, how's it going? Long time no see. My name is Julia, and for this video, I'm going to be going over all of the books that I read last year that I did not talk about. I think I'm going to do the yes, no, maybe thing, but I'm also going to give like a little bit of like if I liked it, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, just something like that. My dogs are being extra annoying today. They're just sitting in the window and barking. Probably going to hear them bark, but first is If the Shoe Fits and By the Book. This is a series of retellings done by different authors. If the Shoe Fits is a Cinderella retelling, and By the Book is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I thought both of these were super cute. I liked If the Shoe Fits more than By the Book. If you liked One to Watch, I think by Julie London, I can't remember the author's name, but if you like that, you'll like this. I actually hated One to Watch, but I did enjoy this one. So I think these are both yeses. By the Book, maybe By the Book is a maybe. If the Shoe Fits is a yes for me. They're both super cute. Next is the Bromance Book Club series by Alyssa K. Adams. All three of these are yeses for me. Undercover Bromance was just super, like, they're just all super cute. Undercover Bromance was adorable. And then Isn't It Bromantic is probably my favorite. But they're all cute. The third one, this one is probably my least favorite of all of them. But I love them. They're all cute. Loved it. So, yeses for all of these. Next is the Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher. This was one of the series that I wanted to finish last year. I did not. I read 3 and 4. I actually listened to them this year. But, I am saying I'm just going to put it in this one video because it's a series. So, Throttled is a yes, Collided is a yes, Wrecked is a no, and Redeemed is a no. Was Wrecked a no? No. Wrecked was a maybe. Wrecked is a maybe. Redeemed is a no. I felt like Santiago had nothing to redeem himself for. Throttled was just a really good, the first one is always my favorite because it starts out the world. So I loved that one. And I loved Collided. Wrecked, I think, is more, no. I think Wrecked is, like, in the off-season, and I think that's why I didn't like Wrecked and Redeemed as much, because Redeemed, he's not racing at all, until the very, very end, so 2 yeses, a maybe, and a no. I think that's pretty good. Next is the Imperium series by Iron Flame, so Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, by Rebecca Yarros, Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I loved these. This is a yes a million times, and this is also a yes. Not a million times, though. I think that these are great. I think that they remind me of Game of Thrones and Harry Potter. I can understand if you don't like these. I'm not a super big fantasy person, so this was just fun for me. I don't like it when people take books too seriously. I say this all the time, but it's a book. Chill out about it sometimes, I think. Like, this is not, this isn't something you're gonna study in school in 100 years. I love them. I think they're fun. I think they're enjoyable. I whipped through these babies. Yes to both of them. Next is another series that I wanted to finish last year, but I did not. And that is Clifton Forge series by Devony Perry, Stone Princess, River Knight, and Steel King. I think, okay, no, Steel King is first. Steel King, River Knight, and then Stone Princess. Steel King and River Knight, so good. Loved them. They were fantastic. These two have a mystery in them. Basically, this girl comes home from wherever, and she is starting to, she starts to work in the newspaper in the small town, and someone has been murdered, like a year or 2 prior, and they're trying to blame it on the head of the president of the motorcycle club that is in this town. She wants to get to the bottom of it. She starts dating the, I don't know what they're called. He's, he's not the president, he's the vice president. And so that one was super fun. I loved that. And then you go to this one, and we're still trying to find out who the murderer is. Loved this. This one was okay. So I think these two are a yes, and this one is like a yes? Like a yes question mark, because I did like it. It didn't have the mystery in it, and I think that these two were so good because there was a romance and mystery to it, and I loved that. This one is they're filming a movie for it, and she's mad about it. Understandably, she still is involved, they own a garage, so she's like the secretary. I didn't really care about her, to be completely honest. And then she starts dating like the lead. So I have to finish the series. I do want to finish it. I said it in a video that the 4th book, I just didn't give a shit about the main lead or the main girl. They come in at the end of this one and just stir up shit, and I was like, I don't want to read about you guys. So I just went off. I just didn't read it, didn't finish it. Next is the last 3 of the Chestnut Spring series. Yes, I love these. This is a maybe. I think I'm on the oddball. I'm the oddball out with this one. This was not my favorite. I feel like she's done better. But it was good. So I'm going to say yes, question mark, because that's up to you. So I'm going to say yes, maybe. I don't know. These two are yeses. Loved these. This is Best Friends. This is Baby Daddy. And this is Fake Marriage. And Elsie Silver just has, she's just got something in her books that just make you not want to put them down. This one I didn't, I didn't care if I put it down. I just wanted to finish it at some point. And then this one was probably, it was better than this one, but it's not my favorite either. Out of these 3, this one is my favorite. But the first 2, phenomenal. This whole series, I think, is a yes. Next is a series that I don't remember. So this is the VIP series by Kristen Callahan, sorry. It goes Idol, Managed, Fall, and Exposed. I read Idol and I listened to Managed, Fall, and Exposed. I think Idol is a maybe, Managed is a yes. Fall, if I can remember. Oh, Fall is a... Who the fuck is Stella? Oh, Fall is a yes, and Exposed is also a maybe. I don't remember much about these. I do love a good, rock star if it's done well. And not that these weren't done well, because I did enjoy them. I just didn't... After the first one, I didn't really have the motivation to finish them. Managed was fantastic, though. That's probably my favorite. So yes, maybe. I haven't said a no to one. I'm about to, though. Next is the Brutal Prince series by Sophie Lark. So we have Brutal Prince, Stolen Heir, and Savage Lover. I can't remember much about these. I read these on my Kindle, and it's a mafia. I'm not a huge mafia person. Actually, that's kind of a lie. I don't know. I'm iffy on mafia. I want it to be good because I love a good bad guy falls for the good girl and he's only soft for her. That is my favorite thing ever. So this is a maybe, this is a no, and this is a maybe as well. What's his name in this one? Callum? He's an idiot. Because, spoiler alert, because I have to talk about this, because this is the one thing that I remember about this entire series, is Callum in this book. So he's married to someone, Ada. He's married to Ada, and they have brought the families together. In Stolen Heir, his sister gets kidnapped by another mafia dude, and she is in his house. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and So, okay. I've never kidnapped anyone. I've never had to save anyone from being kidnapped. But personally, the first thing that I would do before I handed over like $10 million to the person that kidnapped my sister was make sure that my sister was actually my sister. Like, I was picking up my sister. That's what I would personally do. Callum didn't do that. He handed over like $10 million and got his sister back. Wasn't his sister. And then a ton of people die because they start fighting in the woods. I did not like these. I do want to continue them because I've heard that they're just great, but the way that I feel about these and like the annoyance that I have just towards that one scene. And everyone keeps talking about the strawberry scene in this. That happens in like the first 5 or 6 chapters or something like that because they get married. And that's it. That's what happens. And then they they gradually fall in love. So, maybe, no, maybe. Next are books that I have read years ago, and I keep going, I'm going to finish that series, and then I'm going to make a whole video on it. And I never did. So, I did a video for the first 3 of this one. This is called Ready or Not. It's by Elizabeth Haley. And it is the Love Game series. This one starts following a whole new couple. This is a yes. I did enjoy this. It ended on a cliffhanger. I'd like to finish it. But these are also very predictable and just fun little reads. Next is Scarred and Hooked. Hooked and Scarred by Emily McIntyre. This is the Never After series. Hooked is a yes. I loved Hooked. I love a good Peter Pan retelling. And then Scarred is a no. I did not like Scarred. I can't express how, I don't know how to, I said the same thing about, Katie Robert did her book, on Jafar and Jasmine, and all I could think about was Jafar as a cartoon character. All I could think about in this was, Scar as not a dragon, as a lion. I don't know why I can, like, separate cartoon from real life with this and not with this, or, like, the Jafar and Jasmine, but I just couldn't do it for some reason, and, this was a no. I didn't like it. This was a yes. And then, Promises and Pomegranates by Sav R. Miller. This is part of the Monsters and Muses series. This is the only one that I've read. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. I don't remember why. I don't remember anything about this book. So I'm going to say maybe. Because I clearly liked it. Even if I don't remember it. But maybe. Maybe. So this next series is one that I read last year. These 3 I read last year. And Carnage I read this year. So this is the Lord series by Chantal Tessier. The Ritual, The Sinner, The Sacrifice, and Carnage. The Ritual is a yes, The Sinner is a no, The Sacrifice is a yes, and Carnage is a maybe. These are extremely long. I personally don't care. If I'm having good vibes and I think they're enjoyable, then I will read a 1,000-page romance if you are writing it like that. Like, I enjoyed these. Please check your trigger warnings. Because there are some things, especially in The Sinner, that I was like, I don't know, I have never really had any trigger warnings, but some of the things made me have to put it down for a hot second, and then just, like, pick it back up because it was a lot. Like, there's a scene in The Sinner where he's piercing her nipples, and I thought he was electrocuting her. And I was like, when it finally, like, came to be, like, she was like, oh my god, you pierced my nipples, and I was like, that's what he did? Like, because the way that she was explaining her screams, and then the way that he was explaining her screams, it sounds like he was genuinely, like, torturing this girl, and they do. These men are not fun men, but I enjoyed these books. They're so fun. They're quick reads. The Ritual and The Sacrifice are my favorite, and I think The Ritual is probably... The Ritual and The Sacrifice, I think, are tied because Tyson is in the first 2 books, and I was just really excited for his book. So The Ritual is really good, I think, because it starts out the world as well. And then The Sacrifice, I think I was just excited about Tyson. So the whole series, I'd say, is a yes, but The Sinner and Carnage are not as good as The Ritual and The Sacrifice. Next is Done and Dusted and Swift and Saddled. Yes to both of these. Done and Dusted, I read on the plane home from Italy. Finished it like that. It was so good. Loved it so much. So I'm going to say yes on that one. This one, a yes, but not as good. I don't know what it is about the second book. It's like they've taken all of the magic out a little bit. Sometimes the third one just gets you back in, or it's the third one that doesn't have all the magic in it. But the series so far is a yes. I'm excited for the third book. I have a thing for cowboys now, I guess. I live in a city, so it's never gonna happen. But if you are a cowboy and you want to come to Michigan, please do. Next is Culty and The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. Both yeses. I enjoyed these. These were fun. My best friend made me read them. I listened to them. And I think Culty I like more than The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. But they were both good and I enjoyed them. So I'm going to say yes to both of them. They're fun slow burns that don't seem like they're slow burns. Next is YA. So Dumplin' by Julie Murphy is a maybe. Dumplin' by Julie Murphy is a yes. I really enjoyed this. It's a cute little YA book, and sometimes I just love sitting down and reading YA because they're so good. You just flip through them. They're fantastic. Cemetery Boys by Eden Thomas, another one that I listened to. Really enjoyed this. I'm gonna say yes, but there were some parts that I felt like dragged. So it's fantastic, wonderful book. I loved it. Some parts were a little boring. I was kind of like waiting for something to happen. Next is You Have a Match by Emma Lord. This is a yes. Everything by Emma Lord ever is a yes from me. I love her. I think she's a fantastic YA writer, and this one is not any different from her others. So yes, it's a cute little summer camp romance. Next is Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella. I'm gonna say maybe on this one. She's a girl with anxiety because something happened at school. We never find out what happened at school, if I remember correctly, but she starts wearing sunglasses and she starts being homeschooled because of what happened. And her parents don't really handle it very well, and neither does she or the boy that she likes. Actually, I think the boy that she likes, she doesn't handle it very well. The boy that she likes does. They make her meet the girl that, like, did something to her, or she did something to her. I can't remember. And I was like, why would you make your child, who is clearly traumatized by this experience, go talk to the girl? I don't know. I just questioned everyone in this book. And so I'm going to say maybe. Or did I say no? I can't remember. I'm going to say no on that one. Next is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. I listened to this right before the movie came out. Fantastic. Loved it. Yes. So excited for The Sunrise at the Reaping. My Mechanical Romance by Alexine Farrell-Fulmuth. Loved this. So cute. I'm going to say yes on this one. It is a robotics romance, and I think she joins because she needs to get a grade up, and he is part of the group already, and they become friends, and it's a cute little friends to lovers. Next is my fiction, Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan. I'm gonna give this a maybe because so much happened and I was kind of like intrigued, but at the same time I was a little bored because so much happened and it was a little confusing for me anyway to follow along while listening. So maybe it would have been better if I would have read this. But yeah, it is an interesting concept. I really enjoyed the concept. That's why I'm gonna say maybe. Next is Erotic Stories for Punjabi Widows by Balikar Jaswal. I'm gonna say yes on this one. I really enjoyed this. She starts teaching Punjabi widows how to write and read in English, and they start writing stories like smut, and it turns into a thing, and everyone hates it that's not in the group, and there's a mystery because someone died. So yes on this one, really good. How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. I'm gonna say maybe on this one as well, because again, the concept is there. I liked it, but I don't think it was really like planned out well. I think there was just so much happening and I didn't care enough. So maybe. One Italian Summer, I'm gonna say no. Her mother dies, she goes to Italy, and she stays at this hotel, and you find out that she has gone back in time to the summer that her mother went to Italy. I just think they had a weird relationship. I'm not saying that you can't be close to your mom. I'm very close to my mom, but I'm not weirdly close to my mom, and I feel like she was obsessed with her mother, and it was weird. And she had a whole husband. Like, there was a scene where she was trying... like, her and her husband want to have a baby, and she's like, I have to ask my mom first. No, you don't, actually. You don't have to ask your mom if you can have a baby. Next is The Knockout Queen by Rufi Thorpe. This is a no from me. Did not like this. And I understand, this is fiction, but they are, like, 18, so they're young, and they're stupid. And sometimes I understand the stupidity of teenagers and children, but this I didn't get. Like, this girl was just reckless, and then he just enabled it and was like, okay, so I didn't like it. Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. Yes, for this one, I enjoyed this. I liked it. I don't honestly remember much. It's another one I listened to, but I liked the concept. I think she has a radio show, and it was really good. I liked it. Take a shot every time I say I liked it. Next is Mame by Jessica George. This is also a yes. This is about a girl trying to get out of, like, under her family's thumb, and it's her trying to just, like, kind of have a life outside of her family when she's in her 20s. So this is a yes. I really enjoyed this. Next is my romance, The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I'm gonna give this a yes. I thought it was fun. I think she has better. By better, I mean I've read one other one and it was better than this one. I don't know why this one gets all the hype. I read Second First Impressions. That one deserves all the hype. This one was good though. People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Yes, 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 yes. I love her writing. I love her books. I can't express that enough. I loved it. So read it, yes. Meet Me in the Margins by Melissa Ferguson. This is gonna be a no for me. I didn't like it. I was bored, and I thought she was kind of stupid, because I thought they were both kind of stupid, because how could you not figure out who it was? Or maybe it's just me. Forget Me Not by Julie Soto, another book that I read on the cruise. I read this in a day. Fantastic. Yes, 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 yes. He is a florist. She is a wedding planner. They've met before. They've gotten to, like, they now hate each other. She is doing a thing for a influencer, and she's like, I want him to do the florals. She's like, oh my god. And she doesn't want to do it, but they do it, and it's so good. Loved this. Cannot wait for her second book. It comes out next month. Next is The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. Yes, I loved this. This was so good. I loved the new characters, but I also loved getting to see the old characters as well. Super fun. Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey is a yes? Question mark. I enjoyed it. It's not the greatest thing ever written, but it's a fun little holiday romance. Their names are stupid. Next is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. This is a yes. I liked Icebreaker more. Again, I've seen a lot of like this is kind of like mixed reviews. I've seen mixed reviews on this. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was fun. It's not life-changing. It's a romance book set at a summer camp. Chill out. Next is The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. yes on this one. I think this is so cute. She is his bodyguard, and I believe he's an actor, and he has to go home and like visit his family, and they decide to fake date because he doesn't want his family to know that he has a bodyguard, and it's so good. Next is Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. I am so excited about this one. I listened to this one, and this one was just threw me for a loop. I did not expect this to be what it was. This is probably my top 3 of them. So yeah, this definitely is a must read of Christina Lauren. Super fun. Next is The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. Super fun. Loved this. I also think that this is another one that I read this one, and I read it in like a day or two. It's one of these ones that like I forgot how fun reading a rom-com is. Like I read this so fast, and I loved every bit of it. It was fantastic. I loved it. Read it. So the other one that I need to talk about, which I don't physically have and I listened to, is the Folk of the Air series by Holly Black, which is The Cruel Prince, The Lost Sisters, The Wicked King, and The Queen of Nothing, and how the King of Elfhame learned to hate stories. I loved all of these. I thought these were super good. I think this is one of like a more complex YA series. The Cruel Prince is a yes. The Lost Sisters is a no. The Wicked King is also a yes. And The Queen of Nothing is also a yes. And How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories is a maybe. I don't think that you necessarily need to read that. I did enjoy it though. And then I read the Stolen Heir duology by Holly Black as well. The Stolen Heir and The Prisoner's Throne. I think both of these are a maybe. I liked The Prisoner's Throne more than I liked The Stolen Heir, and I think it was because The Stolen Heir was in the female character's point of view, and I didn't really care about her. I feel like she would have done better, Ren. So I think she would have done better if she would have had Ren's book be second in her point of view. But I did like The Prisoner's Throne more. And I think that was also because we got more of the other characters like Prince Carden and Jude. So yes, I think they're both maybes. I gave The Prisoner's Throne 3 stars, and then I gave The Stolen Heir 2 stars. So yeah, that's what I read last year. And it's not in its entirety, but the rest of it. And some of the stuff that I read this year that is just in a series that I'm just not going to fully talk about. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry if you watch me all the time and I haven't posted. I've had no motivation and it sucks and I hate it. But yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know your feelings about them. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.